We will install a gas burner over a container of cold water. We will bring the glass tube to the fire and wait until the glass drops falls into the water, where it will instantly freeze. In addition to the drop itself, a thin glass thread freezes for which we will get them. Just look at how beautiful it is. But besides that, it's also very strong. You can't even break it with a hammer. But there's a trace left on the metal. And again. But it is worth pressing on the tail of the drop, as it literally explodes, scattering into small fragments. Look at it in slow motion. Fill the aquarium with water and put a piece of glass inside with the drawn circle. Let's take scissors and, attention now, cut the circle out of the glass. Yes, you heard it right. Underwater, you can cut glass with scissors. It's not as easy as cutting paper, but it's possible. Here is such a glass circle we have turned out to be. Not quite exactly, but the main thing is that it works. Take a glass and then swipe it with the moistened finger. Interesting sound, but what happens if you pour water into a glass? The glasses sound the same, but if you put something light on one of them, you can see that they resonate with each other. Let's take an ordinary glass bottle. Pour alcohol into a bowl and dip a ball into twine into it. Soak it well and wrap it around the center of the bottle. We set it on fire and begin to turn the bottle smoothly while the fire is burning. As soon as it goes out, we drop the bottle to the water with the sharp movement and it divides into 3 parts. Although there are failures, well, success. Look at the slice, not the smoothest, but also not bad. Fill the bottle with water almost to the neck. And then we deliver a powerful blow with the palm of our hand. Okay, one more. The bottom of the bottle is knocked out. Although perhaps not only the bottom, the pressure inside just breaks the bottle. Look what happened to them. We wrap the neck of the bottle with wire and twist it, and pull the free end into a resulting loop. Cut off the excess and twist it for reliability. It turns out to be such a pain. Now, heat the bottle with the burner until the glass gets hot and becomes soft and malleable. Now, it remains to pull the handle in the right direction. Let the glass cool down. Look at the fancy bottles we've made. Why, it's even more convenient this way. Take a car glass window. It's hardened, which means you can't just break it. Then let's take the spark plugs, and specifically this part, and throw them into the glass. It shattered into small pieces incredibly. Let's try again. Okay, one more time. Well, for the third time, it will definitely work out. Yes, it crashed. Surely you have received a paper cut at least once in your life. Well, today we'll make a real saw out of paper and see what we can cut. To begin with, we need to cut out squares with a side of 15 centimeters and 3 on ordinary sheets of paper. Then, with the help of ordinary stationary glue, we will fasten these squares together so there are no blisters left. And the surfaces are completely covered with glue. And of course, we'll press them down tightly with an improvised press. Now we need a compass on which we have previously attached a sharp blade. The radius of our future circle will be 6.3 centimeters. Stick that needle in the center of the square, make a tight stop, and start moving the compass. The paper lends itself easily and we get a perfectly smooth circle, but that's not all. With the help of a grinder disc, we'll mark a hole in the center, and then again with the help of a compass, we'll cut a small circle from there. Our paper disc is ready. The only thing left is to play it on a grinder and secure it in order to avoid traumatic situations. Turn on the grinder. Great! Our paper saw is working and is ready for testing. Let's start with something simple. Cardboard is essentially the same paper. Let's see if our saw can handle it. Oh, yes! Paper saws cardboard without any difficulty. Just look at what an even cut it leaves behind. It seems that this test was passed perfectly. Now, let's take a pencil. In a matter of seconds, the paper saw will deal with it too. What about plastic? Plastic cover lends itself easily to our saw, but what if plastic was denser? Let's see what happens to the plastic pipe. The process is much slower, but we can clearly see the result. The paper, although with some difficulty and manipulations with the position, copes with the plastic pipe, retaining a fairly smooth cut and a little plastic dust. It seems that nothing will stop it. The plastic panel turns out to be much simpler test, and our saw deals within a matter of seconds. Here's such an undulating slice we got. The stakes are higher now. We have a wooden piece. Here, you already have to put a lot more time and effort, but the progress is noticeable. The paper enters the stick and continues to cut it. It's incredible. Even a slight deformation of this does not stop our paper saw. We're almost there. And yes! The wooden stick is sawn without any problems. Pay attention to the burnt trace. And we have a ball of rubber bands next. Let's see how our paper saw will cope with it. Almost immediately, the rubber bands begin to burst under pressure. It seems this test will also be simple, and we cut this ball without any problems. Oh! The inertia from the rubber bands threw the ball away from our saw. But in general, the test passed with flying colors. We cut the ball of rubber bands without any problems. Now, let's see what happens to the coconut after a collision with our paper saw. Sawing a coconut is not an easy task for a conventional saw. It is important to smoothly move along the entire radius of the coconut, so as not to make a hole through which the contents will pour out entirely than we would like. We continue to move smoothly around the perimeter of the coconut, and it seems to be very easy for the saw. The disc starts to shake a little even when we're already close to completion, but we will still connect the ends of the cut to each other. Put down the saw and easily open the coconut with the knife. Yes! We did it! Even the coconut couldn't resist our paper saw. It's incredible!